Hi all, it's Pika Beth, and welcome to my channel. Ooh. And in this, how do I make this quiet? Okay, might help. Let's not have 101 noises coming out. And hello, fat man eating a cactus. So today we're starting off with gratin. We're also going to make a teriyaki sauce again. I know I've been making that almost every week, but it's good. So I'm going to make teriyaki salmon because I don't have my support Pikachu today, which means I get to eat fish. I'm skipping the breakfast thingy because if you haven't noticed, I don't really eat breakfast. So that'll be my lunch. So that'll be more towards the end of the video. But I'll start with getting the potatoes on for the gratin. I'm also making a chocolate thingy McDooby-Dabbit. Yes, Pikachu. Pika-Pee. So, yes.
So you'll be able to hear, if anyone knows, well, we've set it up, a TTS Pikachu drop through here.
Okay. So I'm just getting enough potatoes on for approximately 4 meals. So 3 meals really. Both our lunch. Possibly something for dinner. I haven't actually figured out what we're doing for dinner. Oh, we're doing katsu chicken. So I probably don't need that many. Probably that'll do. So I'm just filling it up with water. You put potatoes into cold water, that way it doesn't shock them. Now, if you hadn't noticed, Support Pikachu is here. He's just running around, forgetting to change the screen over. So you always salt it as well. I have no access to any phone, so I can't let him know. So currently all the sound alerts and sound bites are free because I'm not partnered. So use them as much as you can before I get to 50 followers and then you get charged. So I've got potatoes on, preheating my oven. Normally I do this beforehand, but I forgot. Just give me a moment. I will change the camera over, seeing as my beautiful support Pikachu isn't here to help me. I need to figure out a way to do that from here, because that would be great. So, I've already finished my tea. That did not take long. Never lasts long enough. Just grabbing my recipe. So that's the chocolate, then Dino. I'm going to do this in ramekins. So 250 grams of chocolate. What is it? Line baking dish. All of the ones I'm doing seem to require being steamed lately. So that's fun. So I'm going to do this. It should make, it says 6 servings, so it's probably 4. My ramekins are quite large. So I always forget this step. If you put a cloth or a kitchen towel in the bottom of this, because it's covered in water, it won't burst into flames, but it'll also stop your ramekins from moving. Ooh. Alrighty. Make sure my kettle is still hot. So I need sugar. Heavy cream. It says espresso coffee, but we know how I feel about coffee. I might use half the amount they ask for. Vanilla. 2 eggs and a yolk. Alrighty. In a saucepan, I'm to combine chocolate, 250 grams of it, which is, this one's a Whittaker one. Just give me a second. I forgot to move that dough. Breaking up into slightly smaller pieces. We'll just make it easier to melt. Also says the milk and sugar. So 50 grams, not 75. Yeah. 160. Ooh, that's not sitting right. There it goes. Move that one to the back and move this one here. So I can keep an eye on it. Then all I do is whisk all the other ingredients. Sweet. That is easy. I'm saying that now. Might just spray those because I'm going to forget later. Okay, so 2 eggs. yolk. So I won't need the white. Oh, this is a double yolker. Of course, the one I split that I just need the yolk from happens to be a double yolker. That is just my luck, isn't it? That is always hard to separate. So there's a little bit extra white in there, but I don't think that matters because it contains whites. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So this is the extract we made last week. It's probably not quite ready yet, but because we added it to the old one, I'm going to say it is. Mostly because it's got all those vanilla seeds in there. So it'll taste like vanilla anyway. It does say a pinch of salt. Where have I put it? I always use my finest salt that I have for baking, just so that it makes sure that it gets completely combined and you don't just have a random thing of salt in there. I'm going to try my new spatula. It's blue because I didn't have a purple one or a red one. And they're pastel colors. So we'll see how this goes. It is meant to be a silicone, non-melty one. That should be fine. 360 of cream. Get rid of that yolk. White, that white. Oh, hello, a Welsh warrior. It's pretty good. I've just started my stream, so I'm just cooking today. We're starting with a chocolate bandino. So we'll see how that one goes. I've not made this one before. So, yes. I have a bad habit of forgetting to look at when people are talking to me. Normally that's my support Pikachu's job. But he has an appointment. So unfortunately, it's all on me. So we'll see how stream goes with just me. Yeah. So the coffee, I'm just using a coffee concentrate because I don't drink coffee, and we used it last week in something. We used it last week in something. So where are you? Oh, a Welsh. I assume Wales. From a Welsh warrior. I was going to ask where you were from, but that's my assumption. Don't die on me, computer. You are the only thing to keep me connected to the outside world. And almost died. Well, not so much died, but screen went black. So potatoes are on for a potato gratin that I'm making for lunch, and then after this I'll be making a teriyaki sauce to a teriyaki salmon, which is going to go with my gratin. And I think I'm making a hummus as well to go with Sunday lunch. But I've made that one before. I've made that one before and the teriyaki sauce. So that's not an issue. It's just the randomly talking to a computer phone that I'm nervous about. Is that melted? Not quite. And that's done. Just going to turn it off and let it cool for a little bit. So this has my heavy cream, coffee, extract, eggs and salt. Alright, it'll need to be divided. Where's my nice big? There it is. So this will make my life easier. Oh. I'm going to say that's 5 minutes. I know it's not. So I'm just going to temper the eggs a little bit. So that's when you add a little bit of the hot mixture and whisk it in so that it can sort of get to temperature so it doesn't cook it and scramble it. And then you mix in the last bit. So that's all being together. Use this one, trying to get the last of the chocolate off that spatula. Make sure I get every little bit. I mean, it's chocolate, who doesn't want every little bit? Pouring it through a sieve just to make sure that any unmelted chocolate, if I scrambled the eggs, it'll catch it all. So I do have a little bit of unmelted chocolate in there. I'm just gonna pour these into my ramekin. I might be wrong, this might actually make 6. Maybe 5. We'll see. Scrape the bowl clean. Already found issue with the spatula. Can't scrape it on the side of the bowl to scrape it all off. might need one more ramekin. Just grab that. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Ooh, it doesn't quite make the same level, which means it'll have a completely different cooking time. So I'm going to have to take some out of all the others. Let me just scrape as much as I can. Every little drop helps. Just move this into frame. So this is what I was filling up. So I'm going to have to put this one here, but just going to take like a spoonful out of the others to try and make this one a little bit more even.
Delicious.
Thank you. So these are already going to go into the oven. Could you turn the aircon on, please, love?
Sure.
So Sport Pikachu is here. He's about to leave.
Not quite yet. It's going to take me 20 minutes to get there, so...
Ah. So you do get to be with me for a little bit.
A little bit, yes.
Yay.
I'm going to go drop one of these in the back room.
Okay.
Oh, that just closed your door.
Let's get rid of that chocolate before it gets really sticky and stuck. So 165. Now, mostly I'm wiping out the edges just to try and make sure that the chocolate won't bake on, because that will be hard to remove. Okay, all nice and neat and clean. Why do you keep dying?
Which one's dying?
This laptop, it's charging, it just keeps on going down.
That's weird.
Yeah, it didn't do that before.
Also, still mostly a full battery.
I'm just going to add the boiling water. You can put this on the tray in the oven and then pour in there if you're worried about splashing yourself as you put it down. But
Have you said hello to Welsh Warrior?
I did, and then they left.
Fair.
So that goes into the oven for 35 minutes. So I've got my trusty timer here.
Is that the Bedino?
That is the chocolate part of the Bedino.
Am I just eating straight dark chocolate?
Chocolate, sugar, and milk.
Yeah. Ganache.
That's the, but I've already put water in. All right, teriyaki sauce, because sake, mirin, soy sauce, sugar. That's the mirin, right? Yes.
Yep, that's our mirin.
Soy sauce?
Down the bottom.
And this is why we need to support Pikachu. People, this is why we need to support Pikachu.
She does forget where she puts things. Although admittedly, that was me, that was her.
And I remember that one. I just wasn't 100% sure it was mirin. So it is a half cup of each ingredient and a quarter cup of sugar. Would you like to grab me a sake?
The nice fresh flowery one we just had? Or is that going to get lost?
Might get lost.
Okay, I'm going to get the remainder of the Junmai Gunjo. It's a lot drier, a lot more simple. Well, not simple, it's still fairly complex, but doesn't have a heap of floral notes and a heap of like subtle flavors. It's more just, this is sake, taste the sake. Plus that one's halfway to rice wine vinegar.
And I'm just going to use the same thing and guess a quarter of a cup. Are you even mic'd up?
No, but they can hear me. They could hear me from the room when I was talking.
Ah. All I'm doing is combining these ingredients. Let's try again with the new spatula. It is much easier to clean. It's not damaged after 15 years of wear and tear. So yes, I've had it for the red ones for 15 years. It's slowly dying.
Now I have a mic.
Perfect.
Makes me a bit clearer. Not that I'm going to be doing a huge amount. Oh, my drink's over there.
What am I making today? Katsu chicken, that's what I'm forgetting.
Katsu chicken, salmon, budino, gratin,
Teriyaki sauce.
teriyaki sauce.
He really does keep me on track, chat. I'm gonna so miss him.
Well, you've turned your text-to-speech off, so I can't just send you messages.
I never had text-to-speech.
You selected the woman's language.
Yeah, but I didn't put it on. You can add it if you'd like. Or does that mean you'd,
I wouldn't stop the stream. If that's the worry.
Yeah. The worry is Oogie Boogie finding out.
I mean, Oogie Boogie found out about mine.
Yeah.
And he didn't post anything too bad.
Okay. And he knows this is a...
family-friendly stream.
Yes.
He's going to have to become family-friendly real quick.
Especially when they start copying.
Yeah, but he's going to find it funny. Like the child swearing. 400.
For yours. But yeah, no, about 400 is about right. I was just trying to work out the math in my head. I'm doing it from 2 liters to... So 300 will be fine. Or do I just use it all? Yeah, I'll just use it all.
Might as well. We've got new butter anyway, so...
I'm using all the pots today. And that pan.
Where did you find the 1 liter one? I searched for it.
This one?
Yes.
In the dishwasher.
I looked through the dishwasher. I'm going insane. I'm going insane.
Yes, obviously. My insane Pikachu.
Mm-hmm. At least I'm still fluffy in some way today. This time I'm standing off to the side because I have to keep checking the time.
See?
That's going to be a display setting thing.
Cool. Thank you, Tech Pikachu. I'm trying to do everything on these 2 burners so I don't have to move that.
Your device has an update as well.
So...
Privacy. Okay, so that's been changed now. So whilst it's plugged in, it won't drop. But when it's unplugged, it will.
Okay. It is on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Plugged in. It's charging.
You forgot to change it back to hand cam?
When I walked out, I went, oh shit. I don't remember if I did. And that's why I ran into the room real quick. I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's been on hand cam. I must have changed it back.
No.
No, you changed it back.
I had to leave stream when I realised and change it to hand cam.
Tech Pikachu has been real unhelpful today.
Well, you're not on stream today. Really.
Not on your stream as much.
Because you have an appointment.
Yes. Gotta go get scans.
Well, I wasn't going to say that.
I don't particularly mind.
I know, but I do. Can you pass me my coffee?
Sure. You already drunk your tea.
Oh yeah, that was gone within like 5 minutes of the stream
That's
starting.
fine. I made her tea before she even woke up today.
I was awake. I was just...
Before she even got out of bed today.
I was out of bed. You finished it when I was right next to you.
Yeah, I'd had it sat there brewing for like 5 minutes. I don't know if we can use that anymore.
No. One, it's been open for a week, uncovered, with a metal spoon in it.
Ah, the metal spoon wouldn't cause any issues, right? I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay, that's bringing to a boil, so now I'm going to turn it down so that it can just thicken up.
I'm gonna leave. Oh no, I should just put it in the bin, shouldn't I? No, I'll take it out.
Please take it out.
I'll be back.
I'm gonna get rid of that coffee. Now I know if you heard me earlier say I don't like coffee, and now I've got a giant espresso dare. This is mostly slightly flavored sugar water, sugar milk. There's not actually a lot of coffee flavor, which is why I like it. Because I do very, very subtle coffee I'm okay with.
Oh God. Have you looked at our vine recently?
Is there little nobules growing?
No. I'm assuming you can see differences in colour that far away.
Yeah.
That's a lot of flowers.
Ah.
That's a lot of flowers.
They're not flowering yet.
They're opening.
They're opening. So tomorrow we'll go out there and propagate it.
We need to find someone who likes passion fruit.
We'll just hollow it out, put passion fruit into a container and freeze it, and we'll use it this year in passion fruit curd. Although I think that everyone likes the lemon curd.
I think everyone preferred the lemon curd for some reason. Not that I'm an authority on that. Oh, sound alerts.
Yeah, I know, I did the same thing. Sound alerts, follow if you're watching. Please let me get to partner or...
Associate is first.
Associate? Associate.
Partner is when you're like actually streaming. It's a lot more people, a lot more average watchers. And I think it's a certain number of subs. But I haven't really looked into that because we got to get to affiliate first.
I need one of these to finish so that I can put the next lot on.
Hopefully we hit affiliate in the next month.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, I think that's going to happen.
I'd love to hit affiliate in the next month. 2 would be better, or 2, month or 2.
That's new financial year in 2 months.
At end of June.
Yes. We'd have to sign the contract.
So either this month or next month. Come on, it'll be a basic contract they just send out that we can just sign and send back.
You still want to read through all contracts.
Oh, yeah.
And they only pay out on the 15th of every month.
Oh, it's monthly.
Yeah. So, we'd want this month.
This month, preferably.
But as you said, I don't think that's going to happen.
I mean, I could try for the booby angle.
Yeah, but you don't have a hot tub behind you, so people aren't just going to come for boobies.
Or a pool. You know, we could set it up at my parents' pool, and I could be freezing cold.
Just you cooking on your dad's tiny Weber.
I could do a fair amount on that. Hey, Hetty.
At least she's not sprinting through the house.
Yeah, she's getting better.
Georgia was just sat in the center of the room for a while. We're talking about our foster kitties.
So we foster cats through 9 Lives Rescue. We have 2 cats at the moment. Their names are Hetty and Georgia. Georgia's a one-eyed beauty, and Hetty is a tuxedo girl.
Tuxedo cat.
They are ex-colony cats, so they're not really used to people yet. So our job is to try and socialize them a little bit more, which is going well. Okay, they're not running from us as much anymore, but they don't really get close to us yet.
Yeah, we had better chances when they were terrified of us touching them, because they just freeze. Which is not the kind of touch we wanted to get them used to. Fear is not fear is a great motivator, but not the motivator you want to use. Especially on something you want to be a pet.
Yeah, so the potatoes are probably about 5 minutes away. that's still thickening up nicely. It's getting there.
Oh, someone's cooking something meaty outside and it smells delicious. Oh, this is different to the one we did last time.
Pretty similar.
Similar, but a little bit different. Last time we added a tiny bit of corn syrup to thicken, didn't we?
Yeah, but I think that's because I got lazy. The same ingredients, same
Setup.
amounts too.
Yeah, I remember finding one from a Japanese lady who's like, my family's secret recipe is 7 parts soy, 3 parts sake, 4 parts sugar, and then like 5 parts mirin or something like that. And I'm like, that's cool. We should try switching things about, but we should probably get used to actually making the sauce to begin with. I think next time we do it, we should try using honey instead of sugar.
I think that's what we did. I think
Not
we ended
last
up.
time. We definitely did sugar last time. Because we were tossing up between honey and just straight sugar, we ended up going for straight sugar. I'd be interested in trying the honey version.
I don't know if that's thick enough yet.
How thick is it meant to be? I mean, you do prefer saucy sauce.
Yeah, I know, but I do like a nice thick teriyaki, especially for what we're making.
I saw the shadow on the spatula and I went, how have you burnt it already?
I did that as well.
My brain just went, oh my god.
What time are you leaving?
8 o'clock. Ish.
So you got 10-ish minutes.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
It's just that one that's not quite done yet. So I'm just going to remove the ones that are so that they can start cooling down. And I know I'm going to need more water in there. This is what happens when potatoes are all different sizes. They cook at different times.
Is rates the word you're looking for?
Sure. It's almost there.
I mean, you can see how sticky it is against the board.
Yeah. It's not quite there though.
I'm going to move away from the loud kettle so as to not just deafen our viewers. And hummus.
Oh yeah, hummus. Can you grab me the tins of chickpeas off the table?
Sure. Hummus.
Probably only going to be able to do one.
1 tin of chickpeas?
Yeah,
Alright, then we just have a spare for next time, right?
absolutely. I'm just draining it.
Oh, the aquafaba.
Don't need aquafaba for this.
That is entirely fair.
It's close enough to boiling.
Don't forget to add salt.
Salt was already added.
No, to everything else. Because we tend to forget to do that.
I didn't add salt to the... I don't think I need to add salt to anything else except the hummus.
The katsu chicken flouring.
Oh, yes. But I'm also going to...
Did we want to go off reservation and just make a wild flour mix to give us extra flavors?
We could, but I don't think we should do it first.
Okay.
If I floured my salmon in the same flour as you before I put the chicken in, is that okay for you?
It should be, as long as you eat that first piece of chicken and not me.
I'll have to make a separate one. I just didn't want to make two of the exact same thing.
Or you could make it all up into one, put the salmon in a bowl, on a plate, and then just dust it over the top,
Yeah.
flip it, dust it.
You know, it's a shame that you're not here for another 10 minutes. You're only here for another 5 because they're ready in 10.
It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. Are they ready to eat in 10?
They're meant to be eaten warm.
Oh, I can stay for 10. I'm meant to be there at 8:40. I'm just being pedantic. I'm getting there like 20 minutes earlier than that.
You can eat them when you get back. You're only really going to be gone for an hour and a half.
You're probably longer, actually. Last time they did me, it took an hour for the scan, and then I need to go get a battery.
So the issue is, what time do they actually open their doors?
9.
And you're at 9.
I'm booked at 9.
Which means they're probably not going to be there 20 minutes early.
Yeah. I'll be standing in front of the doors.
You said to be here 20 minutes early. I'm here 20 minutes early. Don't tell me I need to be here 20 minutes early if you're not open.
Yep. Especially because it's at the Wexford Centre. I'll see when that actually opens.
I keep saying 5 more minutes with this one.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
It'll be close enough.
Apparently it opens at 8:30.
Okay, so there might be some in there. I'm going to move that one to the back. Put that on low and melt my butter here for my sauce for this, guys. Yeah, it'll be fine. So I need a thing of black garlic, don't I?
Yes. Would you like help?
Yes, I think I really do. These ones won't be able.
Yeah, those can go in the bin.
Considering I can see a hunk of mold. That's right, that's where your other one of those went.
Yeah.
So we make our own black garlic. It takes about 2 months in the dehydrator.
About a month.
45 days.
Depends on the version we do.
These
I
ones?
suppose. Yeah, these were the quickest.
Okay. That can get recycled.
Yep, haven't touched anything. I have been smelling black garlic out here all day, and I still don't understand why. Now I'll be able to understand why I smell black garlic.
Why?
Because there's black garlic out.
Now?
Now. If you've been watching us before, we have a little pouch that we fill with leftovers and little side bits and scraps that goes into our
Stock.
the next time we decide to make a stock.
It's just a way of using ingredients.
Especially when you use something like black garlic, that's like kind of hard to get. You might as well use every part of it.
Alright, I just need a tiny little bowl, I think.
We were storing them last time.
Yeah, I know, but these ones are mushy, so I want to use it up in the hummus.
Ah.
These ones got really squished.
So these ones were a little overcooked.
This was probably at the back.
Because we had a set that we had to have done for her family for Christmas, and then we had some that we just kind of continued on with.
My family, your family got... Oh, no, we've left your family ones at home.
Yep. We forgot about my family's gifts.
Christmas Day is always so hectic.
It's because we have to be in like 3 different places.
2.
All across Perth.
Yeah, we go from Mandurah to Kalamunda
To home.
to home. You know, we can start in Mandurah. My parents will happily give us a room.
You've said this. I've also then said that you'd have to wait until the day after Christmas to get your presents. And you found that unacceptable.
I could get my presents in the middle of the day. We stop off back home to pick up the cheesecake to take to Kalamunda.
It is a detour from Kalamunda.
Yes, that one I think is done. All I'm doing is melting the butter here, people.
As we pick apart.
Oh, hello, Captain Knox. Thank you for the follow.
It is appreciated. I hope you're enjoying the black garlic peeling.
This is for our hummus. We're doing a black garlic hummus. I don't eat breakfast, and he has an appointment to go to. He's actually about to run away.
Yup.
So, no breakfast today. We're just going to do lunch in a little bit. I'll have a... Oh! You did that the wrong way around, didn't you?
Yep. It's okay. I can save it. Delicious things on my fingertips. Gee, y'all, I'm cooking breakfast right now. Damn, so early.
It's not that early. It's like 8 o'clock, right?
Yeah, 8 o'clock for us. I have no idea where Captain Noki is. I'm assuming they're a VTuber. I'm assuming that's what the VT stands for in your name. No breakfast, naps. Fair.
So I've got boiled potatoes here ready for our potato gratin, which is going with lunch. I've got teriyaki sauce that's just finished. That is going to go on my salmon for lunch. I've just peeled some black garlic for my hummus for tomorrow's lunch.
Today's. We're going to have hummus today. Yeah, if you'd come during a normal Saturday, I'd be running around in a Pikachu outfit.
But you've got the appointment.
Yeah, speaking of, I need to go.
Oh no, 3.5 minutes and my chocolate babino dough's done.
I can wait 3 minutes. I'm going to stay so as I can eat a nice hot chocolate dessert. Oh. No, I don't know if I'm meant to fast or not for this test, so I won't do it. I'll just go.
Oh no, that's okay. We can wrap it up in Glad Wrap and put it in the fridge, and then when you come back, we can microwave it for 20 seconds to make it nice and warm.
Sure. I say, there's 5 in there, so you can eat one on stream now, whilst it's hot and delicious and gooey.
Yeah.
Well, we do enjoy VTubers, so we'll make sure to check you out next time you're on, if we can. We've been going for a while.
Alrighty, so that is now all melted. I'm going to add my packet of French onion soup mix because it's the best, easiest, quickest way to add flavour.
Add a ton of flavour.
Without doing much. And salt, because I always forget my salt, and I do this for a living. I'm literally stealing this recipe from work.
Did they use the French onion soup mix?
Yep. I use this French onion soup mix. It's actually gluten-free.
Yes.
Oh no, may contain. So they can't put the gluten-free sticker on it, but...
So the last time, the only reason I did it from scratch that one time was to see what it would be like and if there was any real difference.
Well, thanks for the follow, and hopefully we'll see you next time. And I always have fun making hummus. So I need that to combine for a little bit, bring it up to the boil, make sure so that when I add the cream to it, it doesn't split. Let me get rid of that water, so I don't...
I am off.
I'm going off camera for this, people. Okay. I level.
Mavuto. Have a good stream.
Don't forget to watch from your phone. All right, that's now
playing whilst I'm in the machine.
nice and bubbling. So I can add my cream.
Yes, that water is there for you to drink.
That's a hint that I'm not drinking enough water, literally as he leaves. Adding about 500 mils of cream, give that a stir, and then let it combine and reduce. Just gonna check my chocolates. Oh, I think they need another 5 minutes, maybe. What are they meant to look like? Nope, that's about right. Still wobbly on the outside. So my oven can go off now. Oh, I want to show chat this, but I also don't want to burn myself. So this is going to be fun. So chat, see how that is still wobbly in the center, but is cooked on the outside. There's no movement on the very outside. That's how to tell if it is cooked. So I have 5 of these. It says take it out of the water, remove from oven, remove ramekins from the boiling water and set aside to cool slightly. So I'll leave this one hopefully just in chat's vision, but I will take the other ones out and put them on a cooling rack over here. You can't see me, but I can hear you. Oh, perfect. You can tell me how I'm doing then, chat-wise. Need to give you updates on that too. Because that was an interesting car ride home. Alrighty, so those are out of the water. They look great. I'm just going to give this mix a little bit of a stir, trying to combine all that butter in. I may have watched people make this. I've never completed it properly. Now that it's all combining, just going to reduce it a bit more. You know what, I might want that teriyaki sauce just a bit thicker as well. First time chat. Ah, that is a spam bot. And block. Hate spam blocks. Sweet, I'm somehow up to 3 viewers. Woohoo! I like 3 viewers. Yeah. I'd like more, but you know, still relatively unknown. I am on Facebook as well. And that sauce has all combined, so I stop playing with it and just let it reduce. I need my small container. Kind of wish I had a smaller one than this, but I don't. So that'll do. So with my potatoes, they're still nice and warm. I want to cut these into about 1/2 centimeter strips. Doesn't matter if they break like that. You can wait until these are fully cold as well. It is nicer on your fingers, but fingers don't feel any pain. Well, they do, but we're more used to it. All the calluses. So typically 2 to 2.5 potatoes of that size, the bigger size, is about what you need per person, per adult. For a meal, that goes for anything like mashed potato as well. It's approximate. Sometimes less, sometimes more, depends on what you're doing. Depends on if it's getting served with other things, how much you're serving, obviously. But as a general rule, if potato is your main size, approximately 2. Two medium to large potatoes. Do, 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 do. It's amazing what someone who shows you how to do something, Depends on the person. It just helps you remember. Different people have different teaching styles, and I think my head chef's one is better than the chef that makes this one all the time. At least for me. You can see how nice and smooth and creamy that is. But it is still a little bit not combined yet, so I'm just gonna, should be using a whisk, I think. But use my spatula just to, ow, mix it back up. Whew, that's warm. My hands might have a little bit of heat resistance, my arm does not. So I want to put a little bit of sauce on the base of this container first. So I've got to wait until that's ready before I can put all my potato, some cheese, and then I want more sauce and then more cheese. All the cheese. I'm going to rinse that one out. So this will be for my hummus. I just splashed myself in the face with aquafaba. So, that feels gross. I'm gonna grab a tissue. Whew. That's better. Okay, I'm gonna pour some of that sauce into the bottom of the pan that I'm using. I definitely made too much sauce. That's okay, it's a nice sauce and I can use it on other things. I'm just gonna place the potatoes in the bottom of that pan. Oh, massive pan, not enough potatoes. Just like so. You don't need it to look just needs to be even. So you don't need it to look good because you're covering it in cheese, but when they cut it, it will look good because you'll see all the layers. It's not like they're seeing layers of potato like this. So I've just shoved it in, got all the corners. I'm going to put more sauce over it. Just make sure I get all the corners, all the crevices. Like so. That is extra sauce. That'll be kept for something else. I'll probably pour some on some katsu chicken rather than using katsu sauce. That would taste great. Now that makes me very interested in making that katsu chicken up. So that is potato bake. Doesn't matter too much if it splits actually, just to let you know. Where is the cheese? Here, cheesy, cheesy, cheesy. There you are. A whole new packet of cheese for me to use. I'm just going to snip a corner off so we can still use it. Maybe a bit more of a corner off. better. I'm just going to pour it into the bowl that I use for the potatoes just so I can spread it a little bit easier, because from that giant container, not easy. I forgot to put a layer of cheese underneath the sauce. Oh well, it's not as cheesy as it should be. Nope, I'm going to need more cheese than that anyway. See, I'm getting everywhere and not exactly where I want it. And that is the gratin. I do need the oven again. I turned this off. Yeah, that'll be okay. It's going to go into the oven for approximately 20 minutes. So that is potato gratin, and this is my sauce, my teriyaki sauce for my lunch. So now we're going to get on to hummus. I'm just going to grab my machine and hopefully be able to pull it into frame. I am sorry that you guys are going to have to end up watching a whole heap of wires just so you can see what I'm doing. I don't have my tech Pikachu to help me. I miss my tech Pikachu. He just left. He has appointments. Alrighty. I'm just going to add my chickpeas, some salt, so I don't forget the salt. Hummus is really, really easy. It is just a blend of chickpeas, tahini, which is a sesame seed paste. This one is an Australian made one because I'm in Perth, Western Australia. So I try and use local when I can. You want to give this a little bit of a mix to try and get that oil through. About a spoonful of that. I want to give that a good mix before I add in oil. If you are new here, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're on Facebook, and follow if you are on Twitch. Where is my rice bran oil? Actually, no, I'm not going to use rice bran oil. I changed my mind. I am going to use my olive oil infused with garlic. So you just want this to make a nice, beautiful paste. A little bit more. Sorry about that noise. So that has a nice smooth texture. I'm just going to wash that. Grab a clean one. That needs a little bit more salt, and it's a little bit grainy actually, so I'm going to have to mix it more. But I haven't added my black garlic to it yet. So that's perfectly fine. So this is the black garlic that if you were here earlier, you saw me peel. So I'm just going to put that in. I don't need this many cloves. I'm just going to put like 3 or 4 in. With some really squish ones at the bottom, I'll make sure I get those in. Yes, I know I said 3 or 4 and I've put about 6 in, but I love garlic. I think everyone does, so. The recipe says 3 or 4, put in the whole bowl. So this will make it go darker in color than a normal hummus. That is because I just added black garlic. Just going to move away a bit so you don't get all that noise. So you can see the two colours now in that bowl. I will give that a mix so I can get all that flavour through. I think I might add a little bit more oil as well. I said more salt, didn't I? Alright. Yeah. Looks good. Add a little bit more oil through the top. I'll just see what that tastes like now. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good. I like how the garlic gives it a smoky kind of flavor rather than just a garlicky flavor. So I'm just gonna scrape this all out and put it into a little bowl for tomorrow's lunch, which is a cheese platter. I hope my beautiful, kind husband likes it. I really do. I always worry that my cooking's never good enough. And I'm a chef, and I do it for a living. I know my cooking's good enough, but my brain tells me it's not. I used it in this sauce. So I'm just gonna take that out, give it a good wash. I'm sort of am liking this new spatula. This does come out, so I'll make my life a little bit easier. I'll just give it a good mix. Escape out that container. Alrighty, and push that all down. Oh, one container is plenty. That makes a whole small bowl full. Now I'm just gonna swirl into a nice pattern. Obviously you don't need to do that step, but it's just a simple swirl. And then tap it down so that it gets a little bit flat. Waste not, want not. I'm going to wipe the edge of that bowl to make it look pretty for no other reason. And then a little bit more oil on top. This will help keep it moist, give it a nice seal and a good flavor. And because it's us, and I know us, just going to take the potato off that knife. I'm just going to very thinly slice this piece of garlic, avoiding my fingers. And then with these little individual slices, I am going to dot them around the hummus. Just to make it look pretty. No other reason, and a little bit extra flavor. Oh shoot, that's ready, that's done. Woo. And I'm just going to put a little bit more salt on top. And voila. That is the hummus all done. And what did Ranksome Randon? Ah, now you can see me but not hear me. You said 3 cloves of garlic and I went, no more. And then you said you put like 6, so I was happy. And then I put some on top, see? So even more garlic. So Ranksome Random is my husband. Like and follow him on both Facebook and in Twitch, if you would like. He does more gaming content. So add away, he is great. I'm using a very giant clip for this bag, but at least it's get clipped. Alright. So the next thing I'm going to do is the katsu chicken, because I still think it's a little bit early for me to do my salmon. Let me just get rid of my mess. Just clean that all up. I actually don't have a hammer, so this will be interesting. But I should probably get my 3 bowls ready. So I need a bowl of flour, which has salt and pepper in it, and that'll help season the chicken. That goes on first. I need egg, so that'll stick to the flour to make the panko breadcrumbs stick to the egg. Typically this is easier with like longer bowls or containers. I'm going to put flour in here, egg in here, and breadcrumbs in here. I don't know where the breadcrumbs are. No, that's sushi rice. Oh, breadcrumbs. I know my husband saw them the other day. Ah, there they are. So panko breadcrumbs, they're far superior than normal breadcrumbs, in my opinion. So just straight in here. You can add other flavorings to the breadcrumbs or the flour, such as herbs, spices, and such. But I'm doing it a little bit plain and boring today, just because I'm on Twitch and I don't really want to add too many flavors. Now I'm going to need this for my salmon later on. He's going to come home to the house smelling like seafood and he's going to hate it. Just get rid of my recipes. I don't need them anymore. I know what I'm doing. Salt, pepper. I want to use a fine salt and a little bit of it, like probably a teaspoon and a half, and pepper. And I want to give that a little bit of a stir. And then I think probably 2 eggs. Should have added the egg white to this, but I threw it away. There would have been at least a use for it. You can use milk sort of in this step if you would prefer. Eggs are the better one, or you can add a little bit of milk to this. I'm not. I prefer just straight eggs. Now I'm just breaking up the eggs a little bit, just so it's easier to attach to the chicken. So now that I've got all that ready, I'm just going to move them off to the side because I don't need them straight away. Slice the chicken. Now with this, you kind of want to halve them and butterfly them and make them as flat as you can. So that's just the tenderloin. I'll do them separately. So I don't have a hammer, so I am cheating and using my rolling pin. Oh, they've added extra tenderloins to that. Thank you, Coles. I appreciate that. I like my tenderloins. So when you flatten this out, you want to take it from the biggest piece down here and then watch your side when you're cutting it so that you can make sure you're not giving yourself a hole in your second one. Because of the shape of the back of the chicken, you can, if you slice it wrong, get a hole down the center here. You don't really want that. Oh no, it might have been these tenderloins that they put aside. Oh no, that one. No. Yeah. So I have 4 tenderloins. Perfect. This is going to be a lot of chicken. This one is really thick, so I might cut it into 3. Which obviously increases my chances of having a wholly chicken breast. You can use thighs if you would like. They are slightly fattier, but I believe normally it is done with breast. And last one. I have done this a lot in my career, so if you're not as neat, not as quick, don't feel bad. Right. I am not going to put that knife down. I'm going to wash that knife. That's got raw chicken on it, and I don't want that everywhere. Wash my hand. Knife can go up for now. I'm going to get a piece of baking paper so I don't cover my rolling pin with which isn't away. Uh-oh. Ah, there it is. I'm just going to cover it like that. Help protect it, keep it a little bit more together. Just keep, all I want to do is make this all the same thickness. So I'm focusing on that top bit of chicken, try and make that a little bit more flat. And I keep playing with it just to make sure that it's stretched out as far as it can. I'll do a little bit down here. Rolling it will not work. Just so it's a little bit more flat and even. That is my timer for the gratin. Ooh, that is looking good. Oh, potatoes were already done, sauce was already cooked. It was just making sure the cheese melted. Look at that brown. I'm just going to message my husband on chat so that because he please do not say on chat I haven't been on my loading screen the whole time. Please just say it's my laptop doing weird, stupid things. Yes. Yes, my laptop doing weird, stupid things. Oh, what have I done? What am I doing? No, close that. There we go. That's better. Just having some technical issues because why would I not? Okay, so that is my chicken. So I need another plate so I can put my chicken on it when they are done. So nice, thin, flat pieces of chicken. And I've got to do it with all of these. So bear with me. This would be so much easier with a meat hammer that I don't own. So you don't want to do it too hard, so you have just made a hole there so that you create holes, but you need to be, yeah. I was just trying to get through them, even though that was my second one. This is my least favorite part of doing something like a katsu chicken or a chicken schnitzel is the banging. I figure I'll pay a butcher to do it. Sorry about that noise. That is for when I am missing the chicken. Oh, heavy. Normally when I'm doing this, I'm not on stream, so I've got more room. But that camera takes up a good chunk of the bench, and I've got all of this on the side. That is actually probably thin enough and quite even, so it's that bit. That's the one I cut into 3. This bit will need a good banging. My cat can smell chicken, so she is sitting patiently, not so patiently, waiting for a little bit. I'm just gonna get that little scrappy bit. Did you reach what you want? Oh, yeah. Is it what you want? Come on. There you go. Not sure if you heard her meow then. She's the cutest. She is not for sale. She is not for adoption. You cannot get my little black cat. She is 14 this October. So that one will only need a little bit. And last one already. Look at us go. Done. So now I've got 4 tenderloins. I'm going to keep them as tenderloins, but I'm still going to make them the same way. Shake another bit. Come here. Let everyone see you. Jump up. Come on. Come on. Yeah, jump up. Good girl. There you go. There you go. I'm going to have to clean that chair, but I'm okay with that. Not sure if you can actually see her, actually. Oh. Alrighty. Now I'm drying my hands really, really well. And that's so that I can have one wet hand, should be, and one dry hand. Alright, get rid of my chicken board because I don't need that. And this can go over here. That can go away. Alright. The fork out of that one. So, you start with one hand. So this hand is now wet. You put it into the flour. Then without touching, you sort of maneuver so that this hand stays dry. And you cover absolutely everything with flour. Shake it off so there's no excess. Kind of dunk it into the egg, and then you switch hands again so this hand is wet. This way you don't make your hands covered in like both, and then they get thick and you can't use them. And you kind of want to drain off a lot of that egg and then straight into the panko breadcrumbs, doing the similar thing so that you can use your dry hand to completely cover it. As I said earlier, it would be easier if I had bigger containers for this, but I don't. Just push this all in to make sure that I cover all that egg and it's not wet. Then I'll just grab another plate and place all of these on here. I could, if I wanted to, double panko it, but they're actually pretty covered as it is. I might just see how there's a little bit of egg there. I'm just going to tuck a little more in there. Just dust off the flour, straight into the egg, using the other hand. Making sure that every bit is covered in yolk or egg. And just draining off that egg. If I need more egg, I've always got more eggs, so that's fine. I'm just going to do both sides with the wet hand because I'm still holding the wet side. And then now that I've got a dry bit, I can change hands. Now that that's covered, onto the plate. And repeat until they're all done. All the same way. So this breadcrumb mix has flour, this is flour, salt and pepper. This is just plain yolk, eggs, sorry, not just yolk, it's full eggs. And then this is just panko breadcrumbs. A little bit of parsley would probably have been nice, but that's okay. And wet hand into the dry flour. And dry hand touching floured chicken. As you can see, I'm already getting a lot of build up on this hand, but very little on this one. That's just, it's bound to happen anyway. But the and then swap. This is a slightly messy job. And then onto my plate. Let's see if there's any messages. Nope. This is a bigger piece, so this is a little bit hard in this bowl. And then into your egg mixture. Swap hands. And into the breadcrumbs. As I said, it's a little bit difficult because this piece is the largest. It was the middle piece, that large bit. Yes, kitty? My kitty just meowed at me. I'm also going to place some breadcrumbs down here so that they don't stick together. And then this is the one that I broke a little bit. So that's going to be fun. It's also that big chicken breast. Let's just flour it up. Hopefully I get all of it. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. And into the egg. Grab it with my other hand. Like so. Coat it. I used a lot of my egg mixture up. And into my panko. I put it back in the cupboard, didn't I? Then I'm just going to wash my hands and grab some more flour. Just going to add some more. In my big bag of panko breadcrumbs. But I only have 3 more pieces, so. So wet hand. Got my chicken. Fold it into the flour, then using my dry hand. Coat the rest, making sure not to touch the unfloured chicken. And yeah, there should be enough egg in there. Then coat that, swapping hands. I'm gonna need another egg. If I'd kept that white, I would have had enough. I'm gonna drop that into the panko. And that way my hands stay nice and semi-clean. I'm just going to break that yolk up and give it a good mix. As you can see, a little bit of not quite coated chicken. You can just press a little bit more into it. So last 2, dunk, dunk. I'm going to show you what happens after this one if you use both hands in both, and then you can see why over time it's a bad idea. Just after this one. Just with my last one. So this egg won't be as broken up as the others because I use my fingers. More. I'm really bad at calculating how much I need. Sit behind me for now. So if you use both hands to make sure you coat all of them. So at the moment, kind of fine, right? Kind of coat this piece, and then you start getting more gluggy because it's sticking to your fingers more. It's not coming off. So, and then you end up putting a hand in the breadcrumbs, and you're doing this over and over again. So your hands end up covered in both. And you end up in a very, very messy situation. So that's why you keep one hand wet and one hand dry. But you can just wash your hands. That's an option. I'm going to put the raw chicken, they both got raw chicken in, but straight into the dishwasher so that I don't touch it. Right. I'm just going to I'll clean up all that mess I just made. Okay, so how to fry them. I'll do it over on this side with my nice pan. And I'm going to use my oil again. So I'm sort of going to shallow fry these, so I actually need a fair chunk of oil. I'm going to do one at a time. I'm going to mix it in with a little bit of the grapeseed, just because the grapeseed is cheaper than olive oil, and you'll still get that olive oil taste. Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot to do these. Damn it. Glad I have some left. I didn't actually throw that away. Oh, I need that last egg. Oh no. That's okay, I can multitask. Wet, dry, dry. Into wet, wet hand. Into dry. Dry hand. It's going to go onto the plate. Wet hand picks up wet chicken. Dry hand moves, covers it in flour. Dry hand drops it into chicken, into yolk, wet egg. Straight into crumbs. Dry hand crumbs. So it's a rotating process. If you're skilled, you can do... Oh, I just messed up. Trying to be quick, because I had the bowls the wrong way around. Yes. And they're done. Okay. Not do that again. Glad I didn't throw all that stuff away. I was thinking of it. All right, that oil should be nice and hot now. I'm just going to use my tongs that I had from earlier. Yeah, nope, not hot enough. Oh, this plate is going to be for cooked chicken. That is ready to be eaten. So I actually do have a temperature probe that will work for this to see how hot that oil gets, but I don't know where I put it. Here it is. Okay. Might be too big. No, that's right. That oil currently sitting at about 100. should be almost there. But you can always just, yep, see that nice sizzle? So these ones are going to take the longest because they are thicker. I'm just going to turn this down to ooh, that was my hair. That's the issue with having really long hair. It gets in everywhere, but because it's long, you can see it. I'm just going to put those chicken breasts in. You might need to cook it off, finish it off in the oven if it's too thick, and otherwise it'll color too much here. So you want to wait until it gets nice and brown on the bottom before you even bother with flipping it. And this is the only time I'm going to have multiples in this pan. Shall we check out what this tastes like? Look at that. So it's meant to be a nice, smooth, chocolatey goodness. Oh, that is everything I want. Oh, that is so good. He might come home and only have one left. That is good. See how that's gone nice and brown? That's when you want to, oh, that one's not as much. I'll flip them all. You can tell where the heat is, so I'm just going to try and reposition that so it's a little bit more even. And this is where the cooking part comes in. So I'm going to get another bowl. And I'm going to do flour, salt and pepper again. Only a little bit because I've only got one piece of salmon. A little bit of this salt. Just to get that ready while I'm waiting. You can just keep rotating these. You are just waiting for it to cook, which they're definitely not. That's bubbling a little bit too much. I'm just going to turn it down. I want it to maintain heat rather than keep getting hotter, and I'm just going to keep eating this. Dessert before lunch. So good. So that is the chocolate bambino that I made earlier. It will be up on YouTube later, so you'll be able to see it. Now it's actually really hard to tell if these are cooked or not. Even pressing it down, you should technically be able to feel if it's not quite cooked, not quite firm enough, it'll still be quite soft. But because it is battered and fried, I do like, ooh, cat hair. That's what I get for having kitties. So I do like to get either a thermometer and I can temperature probe it. Like so, and it'll tell me what the temperature inside is. You want it above 65, 70. Still going up. 58, 59, 60, so it probably isn't quite there yet. 61, 62. The other way is, if you have poked something through it, you can always check to see what color that juice that comes out, and this one's clear, so it is cooked. I'm just going to flip the others again. These ones are a little bit thicker. Not so much this piece here, but I want that to have a little bit more color anyway. Just going to get rid of some of that oil. Probe the inside of this one. You'll also be able to tell if there's a different texture when you stick something in it. So that's up, it's over 70, so that's all good. You've got to be careful when flipping any type of battered thing as well, so that you don't take the batter off. Yeah. That one's done, that one's definitely done, just because of the size difference. I'm just going to get a whole chicken, place it into that oil. So it's called shallow frying at this rather than searing or deep frying, because it doesn't cover the whole piece that you're using, but it is more than just a layer to keep it from sticking to the bottom of a pan. You can deep fry these, you can pan fry these. Feel free to put any questions in the comment section. I am looking for a change. This here is our hummus that we made earlier. It is black garlic hummus. And we've got the potato bake sitting here, but I don't think you can see it. I'll kind of navigate it over so you can see a little bit more of what I'm doing as well. Let's just see how that looks. Yeah, so that corner here is the bake. Oh. See, yep, that looks a little bit better. Just so you can actually see what I'm doing. And I keep playing with the heat, by the way. I keep making it hotter, I'm making it colder, trying to keep that heat up in on my oil. Now you do occasionally want to add a little bit more oil, because there's obviously oil going to be stuck to this, and you want it to be coating enough, so you'll keep, every time you cook, you'll keep losing a little bit. Now, I want this kind of color over the whole thing, so we'll flip it back over later. Because I don't think I can fit two in this pan because of how large the pieces are. But if you add it when something is, if you add oil to a pan that's already got something in it, it'll take the temperature down too quickly and it won't cook as nicely, and the meat will be just a little bit tougher because of that. And you are trying to keep it at a pretty even 140 degrees in there. So nice and warm. I'm just going to turn my fan on, just on low, and give me some more light. That way you can see a little bit better and I can see a little bit better. My sound alerts are coming up quite well. I'm quite happy with that. This is the first time the sound alerts are coming up. I played a little bit around, I should say Tech Pikachu, played a little bit around with my settings and stuff. We had some fun with that. There are also sound alerts. Feel free to go in there and use them now rather than waiting for it to, when I get affiliate, they will cost a little bit to use. I don't know why. I think that's pretty much what you want. But yes, so that's pretty much the color I like. It's looking good, isn't it, Ranks on Random? So Ranks on Random is my husband. He's got another appointment. He's just watching from his appointment. Should be back in an hour, hour and a half, maybe a bit more. If he's still chatting, it means it's going to be a bit more. Just going to lift that tail up a little bit because that's the color I want, but the rest of it isn't. This is why a deep fry would be better for this, because it's more even temperature and it's all the same depth. Because this is rounded, it's not the same depth. And that's also why we wanted this chicken to be as flat and even as possible. I'm just going to add some more oil and let that come to temperature. So this olive oil I'm practically just using for flavor. Because it has a higher a lower smoke point, and you want the higher smoke point for this. Ah, his appointment was quicker than I thought it would be. That's great. I'm just gonna write yay. Just because he can't hear me at the moment, because he's on the he's just watching. I've got to wait for that oil to come and get to temp before I put the next ones in. You can check the temperature by picking a piece up, and if it sizzles, you're fine. If it doesn't, like that one didn't, you're not. This is going to be one of those big pieces. So I'm glad I'm putting it into the higher level of oil. So just waiting for that to come up. And you should also be able to, you can tell also by putting a little bit of wood in there, the same thing will happen. I don't own wooden spoons. I should own wooden spoons. I should buy some wooden spoons. I don't even have a skewer, so I can't show you that method. So I'm going to put the hummus into the fridge. It will get covered later. I'm just putting it in the fridge now. He's just going to have to wait. Yeah, so Support Pikachu is my husband. His nickname on this channel is Support Pikachu because he runs around in a Pikachu costume. Oh, there's toothpicks. Oh, that's good to know. So he can hear me. That's great. I'm just going to find the toothpicks. I need Asian toothpicks rather than Western toothpicks, because these toothpicks have both sides pointy, and I want one side that's yeah. So see how there's a slight reaction. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's not quite enough as I wait for it to oil. So, yeah, so Asian toothpicks has one flat side rather than both sides pointed. They fit in my toothpick holder a little bit better. They look nicer. You're not stabbing yourself every time you try and pick one up. I am both very hot and very cold. It's hot here and freezing here because my vent is right there. I must away and drive. Yes, so you can come home quickly and get into your outfit. Yeah, I don't particularly like touching the chicken. See how that's nice and coming up? I'm going to put that in. So you always want to push it away from you when you're putting it in, so if it does splash up, it doesn't splash up on you. See, this bit is just a bit too long for the amount of oil I have in here. So it'll just take a little bit of maneuvering once it cooks on the bulk of it. So I'm just going to lift the tail up because that's the thinnest bit. That'll take the longest, the quickest to cook. And it is still getting a little bit of heat from the side of the pan. Oh God, that was warm. Don't touch hot pans. And I'm going back to eating my chocolate dish. So I have actually left my oven on this time, just so that I can put the potato bake back in it to warm up for lunch when Pikachu gets home. So he'll have a katsu chicken with the potato bake, and I'm going to have some salmon with the teriyaki sauce that I made over here. This will take a little bit longer. I'm just going to heat it up a bit faster. I'm not really adding a lot of extra heat, just a little bit, because I don't want it to go over that 160, 170 mark, because that'll just start burning it. And my fire alarm, fire alarms might actually go off if I start smoking up the house. I'm just going to move this over so I can see if anyone messages me or uses any of those sound alerts. I'd like to know if they're still actually working. We tried at the start of the stream, but I'm not sure. I know my timed ones seem to be working quite well. So you can see how that's bubbling and boiling away. That's nice, exactly what we want, nice and cooking. Yeah, so that chocolate bambino is gorgeous that I made earlier. If you want to watch back on live on YouTube, that would be great. So yes, all it's doing is frying. So this is the long, boring process. So where are you guys from, those that are watching? I know Rank Some Random is from Perth. Or try and use one of those sound alerts. I'd love that. Love to see if that's still working. That's only on Twitch though, not Facebook. I'm just trying to get some colour on that other side. This is all nice and hard. Cook through. Almost looks like a squid there. Yes, I don't know what to talk about when I'm just doing the same process over and over and over again. But I can't start salmon until all this is done. So bear with me for the next probably half an hour while I individually fry these pieces of chicken. Deep fryer or an air fryer or something would work. So I do keep occasionally checking to make sure they are nice and hot all the way through with my probe, just to make sure they are cooked, because raw chicken is not... Actually, I've never had raw chicken before. I know some places in Japan do serve raw chicken, but in Australia we always cook our chicken. So that's 70 degrees internal, which is great. You want it above 65 for chicken. I don't think I can quite fit a second piece in there. Maybe if I had a smaller piece, but these ones on the top are all really quite large. Yeah, and the other ones are all facing the other way. Should have left the hummus until now, because that's frying and this is a very boring process. Didn't realize how boring it would be. So we've store bought a katsu sauce to go with it. I'll wiggle you back a bit. Yeah, we've store bought a katsu chicken sauce. This one. This is a gluten-free one, surprisingly enough, but it was made in China rather than Japan. I just want to taste what this chicken is like. I'm going to take that little bit that's fallen off this, add some sauce. That's good. So on a Saturday, I bulk cook all the food for the week. Well, really for the next 5 days. To what we're having with our meals. So the chicken, so this will be 5 days worth of dinners. So we'll make like a Japanese curry for one of the nights. We'll have it on rice. We'll serve it with potato bake. We might have it in ramen, things like that. Just to keep it interesting and easy, and especially seeing as both me and my husband work full time, there's not a lot of time to actually cook at the end of the day. So having it all prepped is a lot easier. We will obviously be serving it with veg of some description, because I do like a well-rounded meal. This is bubbling away a lot, so I think this is just a little bit too high now. You don't want to change it too quickly again, otherwise it will get a little bit tougher. That's just a little bit of fat that's come off. I'm just taking that off there. That's all nice and good. Go there, and I'll put a little bit more oil to bring that temperature down. And these bits coming up are really quite big again. Let that come back up to temperature. Should have a small little, do I have a smaller one that's metal? I don't think so. Not that I can see easily. So I'm just going to use this and try and get some of those bits out of that oil so they don't burn and then make the rest of the food taste burnt. Just make my oil nice and clean again. Wait for this to come up to temperature. It is meant to go up to 140, so 150 I should say. It's probably at 150. At least. So I'll just keep adding more. Yep, so that's got a nice sizzle. So place that in. Almost there. I think I've only got like 1, 2, 3, 5 pieces to go after this one. Okay, it's not really almost there. I'm halfway there. Should have just done the extra of these on the side at the same time as I was doing these so that I didn't take as long. This is a very slow, annoying process. I will just stand here and eat my chocolate. Probably the most unhealthiest breakfast I've had in a while. I'm guessing you guys can actually see my sour strips here. I bought them for my nieces and nephews for Easter rather than giving them a whole heap of chocolate. They could have something different because the Easter Bunny would always give them a whole heap of chocolate. Bubble, bubble, tail and trouble. This flour here, be very careful with this because I don't really want to get the chicken covered in any part of the salmon, or vice versa with raw chicken. Cooked chicken, not so bad. My husband has an allergy to fish. He can't handle the smell, doesn't like touching it, and definitely cannot eat it. So it is very rare that I get a piece of fish at home. So I've gotten a nice salmon fillet, with a whole heap of bones. I'm glad I touched that. Let's pull those all out. Oh, what's that? No matter what, every time I get a piece of fish, no matter where I am, who cooks it, I will get a scale or a bone. Guaranteed, 100%. It is just my bad luck. every time. Almost missed that one. So I am going to go through this, trying to make sure I take out all these little bits and bones so that I can actually enjoy a piece of fish for a change. Okay, I think I have them all. Can't feel any. Yep, that looks good, that feels good. Just running my fingers down the last bits. Say this as I find another one. Maybe that was just texture. Okay, I'm going to put that in the flour. I need to turn that over. But because I'm being so careful, because I have fish, I'm going to wash my hands again. That bit might just get a little bit browner than what I want. Done with everything. Did I need anything on the way home? No, I don't think you did. My husband can have that piece. He likes them a little bit crispier. So this flour just had salt, pepper and flour. Just going to dust away. And wash my hands again. Now, you should be washing your hands every time you touch raw meat or fish or going from one task to another, so just to stop cross-contamination and and stuff. I wouldn't lie to camera. If they look back on lives and they realize, oh, she was lying, that's not good. Just this one is a nice and thick piece as well. He'll love it. So I'm not too worried about these touching the raw meat and then touching the cooked meat, because it'll cook whatever's left on this in this hot oil as I pick up the chicken. But I will keep them far away from this piece of salmon. He's probably listening to all this and super thankful that I'm being extra super careful with the piece of salmon and his allergy, because allergies are nothing to laugh at. If you have an allergy, any chef, any restaurant should take that matter seriously. I know some don't, but it really should, because they can be life-threatening. I do have a life-threatening allergy. It's not to food though, it is to a medication, which is quite scary. So I understand health risks and things. I just wish more people took that seriously. So I've made sure that side was also nice and crispy and brown for him. I may not have made enough. Should be enough. That nice darker piece is for him. It is not burnt. It is quite dark, but it's not burnt. It's not black. It is beautiful. He will very much enjoy it. I think I talk a lot about my husband when he's not here. I know I do that at work as well. That must annoy people. Oh well, they can listen to me be in love. That's fine. I'm gonna put my dare back into the fridge because it's been out for a couple of hours. Should get cool. So currently frying off our nice chicken in hot oil. We've finished the potato bake, finished the chocolate bambino. That's the chocolate bambino. I am currently eating one. It is beautiful. So we made that from scratch, and we've also got some teriyaki sauce to have over the chicken and the salmon, which I will be cooking after I finish all the chicken, just to make sure there's no cross-contamination. And I've already made the hummus, so that's in the fridge, nice and cold. That was beautiful. Ooh, that one. So it's just a little bit turned over there. I just like to make sure that's nice and open. I will be flipping this one back over. I don't like that color. I think it should be darker, but it will still get darker because some of the oil is coming up over the edges and stuff. But that end bit, because it was folded over, is a little bit underdone. So having nice hot oil will also help keep the moisture in the chicken. You are deep frying, so you are putting oil in it, but oil really just goes on the outside, and because it's so hot, it'll cook it, and then it can't penetrate any deeper because it's got cooked chicken, so it doesn't go all the way through, and then it sort of steams the middle, which is cool, but also you are still putting a lot of fat into your diet because it is still all over it, all in that crumb, and all on the edge of that chicken. So this is what happens when Support Big Chew isn't here to do some of the dishes at the same time as I cook. When I do this much food, there's a lot of dishes. I don't feel bad. He gets lots of nice tasty food. And yes, he's probably driving and it's probably going through his Bluetooth at the moment. So he can hear all this, but he can't do anything about it. As you can hear the bubbling of the oil. So a lot of chefs abide by the rule of only flipping food once. I stick with Blumenthal's, Heston Blumenthal's idea of keeping it all at a close temperature. So one side isn't cold, one side isn't hot. So by folding like something like this, like constantly keeping it at the similar temperature rather than just searing one side and then flipping over and searing the other side. I will only flip beef or steak once, but not so much with something like this. I'm more than happy to keep flipping it and rotating it until I get exactly what I want. Same with like a fritter or a patty. Yeah, it's nice and coloured. Drain some of that oil off. My stack is getting really high. This one's a little bit smaller. Not small enough, I don't think. Oh, yeah, it'll be small enough. There we go. 2 pieces in the one pan. So that bubbling texture that's coming off is actually liquid coming out of oil. I'm gonna have to do what I don't like doing, add oil at the same time. I should have added it and let it get to temp. I don't like doing that. So, because yeah, I like the temperature hot because otherwise this won't cook as well. It is coming back to temp. You can see some of these bubbles coming back. They shouldn't be as frothy as it was last time. I'm going to go with frothy. Frothy's a word. They're just popping really nice and cleanly rather than just being bubbly. So that's what happens with deep fries as well over time. The oil will get old and used and like separate and sort of go separated and bubbly. Yeah. So 2 more after this before I fry off my salmon and have my breakfast, brunch, I guess. This feels like I've done like 30 minutes of just frying off chicken, chatting to myself. Which is weird, which is odd. This is taking longer because the oil was cold, so I apologize. Just trying to make it quicker, but then I saw the set of the oil, and I prefer it to taste good than taste really bad and be gross. So if you're watching, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, and follow if you are on Twitch if you're liking what you're seeing. Normally I'm not doing the same thing over and over and over again. I will say this is a monotonous task that I don't like. I've already made my hummus, my potato bake, my teriyaki sauce, and my chocolate bambino that I'm eating right now. So, the chocolate dish. So good. So I've got only a little bit left. Also, the colder the oil, the more oil that will actually penetrate into the chicken, because it's not cooking it the second it lands on top of the oil, which makes it more unhealthy. Which is another reason I like nice, fresh, hot, fresh oil. So I'm going to take these ones out because they're not going to get any crispier than that, so because of the oil situation, unfortunately. I'm going to let that heat up again. Where did that go? Take out some of that less bit of crumb. Hopefully you can see a little bit better in there. Yep, so that's nice and hot. Straight in. Second last piece. So that one actually is getting deep fried because it's completely submerged in that oil. Let's see if I can actually fit that last piece in. Yeah. There we go. The rest of that. And again, because it's had raw chicken, it's going straight in the dishwasher so it doesn't contaminate anything else. Last lot of chicken. Last lot of chicken. Oh God, it feels like I've been doing chicken for a while. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. If you are watching on Twitch, there are sound alerts you're more than welcome to use. I don't know if they're really working, so please try them out. This is the first stream we've had them, so it's hoping. Rotate that over. I think I like it better shallow fried than deep fried. I think the color is nicer. can hear a car out the front. That's what's got my attention. I'm so sorry. While I wait for these ones to cook. And there's the poor Pikachu. He's back. Yeah, I didn't hear it.
I know they can't hear it on there because you muted your desktop.
Okay.
So I'll change that.
Pika-pee, Pikachu? Pika-pee, Pikachu?
All good?
And now you hear heard by all of us.
Perfect. You came home and I went down to do one viewer. Because you're now on Wi-Fi rather than data.
Went down to one or went down one?
Get down to one.
Oh,
I was at 5 at a couple of bits.
I saw that. But me coming inside didn't change it to one. Should have dropped it down by one. You were on 3 when I walked in.
Yeah. I'm now at 1. But I'm still at 3 on YouTube, so I'm assuming my parents have it up.
It does look good, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, that one's yours. Unless you want to finish mine.
I'm assuming you want to finish yours.
Oh, I'm getting to the full stage and I've got a piece of salmon to have after this.
Sure. That's a big rich premium if I wanted.
Yes, the chocolate bambino was for my husband.
Yeah.
My special man.
That's not me, it'll be a really nice ice cream.
Alrighty, I'm just gonna take that out. Oh yeah, it would. I need a glass jar.
How are we disposing of this oil?
Pour it into a glass jar, let it get cold, and then you can just put it in the bin.
Okay.
But I don't think I have a jar that I can just throw away.
I'm back, but I'm not getting in my Pikachu outfit.
No!
We really don't have that much longer to go before
I know. I'm gonna put it in the chickpea tin.
That's fair. And yes, I do appreciate your doing all the extra work for me.
I might turn that off.
I was gonna say, there's steam coming out the bottom of that.
Yeah! Just because I want my salmon.
Ugh. But yes, you did really well. Got lots of viewers. And you were doing perfectly for whilst I wasn't here, at least for the times I was listening.
Oh, that's good. I always worry
Just randomly chatting yourself is exactly what you're meant to do.
Yeah, because with yours, if you're just listening, you have no idea what's going on. But you are playing a game, so I guess you're not meant to just be listening.
Pretty much. I do like occasionally give descriptions of what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know. So when I was listening to it on the way home from work on the other day, Wednesday, whatever it was, when you were like really, really descriptive, and then you'd stop and you went, "This happened." And I was like, well, response, and I'm like, oh, I have no idea what I just missed.
Yeah, normally I'd be attacked by a thing and I'd focus on the fact that I'm being attacked.
That's fair.
Because the 1-2 block was //block. //block. Because when you block an enemy, they're stunned for enough time for you to attack twice in Oblivion.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. I'm just going to pour it into that pot that's over there.
That pot's full of water.
Oh.
Or whatever this is.
It's water.
It's a weird colour.
What do I have in the water? Potatoes.
There you go.
It's not as hot.
Shall we put the potato bake back in the oven, or?
Yes, I was planning on doing that about now. That's why the oven is still on.
That's the only reason I remembered, was because you talked about the oven being on. But yes, you're much better during the solo times than me. Excellent luck.
That's only because I learnt from you, though.
Hmm.
So this is going back in.
Did you end up putting the coffee in here?
Yeah. Not as much as what the recipe stated, but that is a coffee concentrate rather than a...
Espresso.
Yeah, an espresso concentrate rather than just plain espresso.
Hmm. I just had the tinge of...
I used a fair chunk of oil.
That's fair. That's why we brought it.
But I also put the olive oil in it as well.
Hmm. I do remember hearing that, and I'm like, yeah, that's fair.
So that it had that flavour, and we have so much of it.
That's not even all of it.
No.
Hmm. Yeah, it's very puddingy.
Yeah, it's so good, right?
It's like slightly thicker pudding sauce.
Mm.
Mm.
Like the inside of a,
Lava cake?
yeah, that.
Inside of a cooled lava cake, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
That's probably
I am
because it is
both
cooled.
hot and cold. Hot here, cold there.
Yeah, I walked in and I went, it's cold in here.
I'll happily let you turn the aircon off. Please. Save me.
There you go, it's off.
Oh, thank God.
It'll be back on once I start my stream.
Yeah, well, you're running around and being a crazy person in VR.
Oh yeah, Beat Saber today. I need to make sure that's downloaded and updated.
Please don't update during my stream. See that nice sizzle? That'll make the skin be nice and crisp. My husband hasn't even commented on that nice, dark, deep piece for him. How sad.
I mean, I heard about the dark piece of chicken. Plus, I can barely see it.
What the fuck? Yeah, crispy! Yes, very crispy.
I do like my crispy chicken. It's been a while since I've It's not often I get crumb chicken. Someone's had bad experiences with crumb chicken, which is fair.
I haven't eaten it. I was in a kitchen where they didn't prepare it well, and it's made me go off crumb chicken because of how unsafe it was.
How unsafe their preparation of it was. Okay, now I see.
Oh, you wanted to look at the
hummus.
hummus.
Also, you forgot to put the finely chopped.
Oh yeah, texture is absolutely key within a dish. You don't just want it crispy. You want it nice and soft. You want it moist. You want flavor. But yes, texture is very important. Sorry.
The garlic sprouts are still in the fridge.
Yes, I was going to cook that off when we have this with
I thought you were going to put it in the potato bake.
I was, and then I forgot. I didn't even put bacon in the potato bake.
Did you end up chopping up onions?
Nope.
Okay. So just sauce and potato.
Just sauce and potato.
We did buy bacon for this.
Oh yeah, and onions. And garlic sprouts. I forgot.
Oh well. We'll just have to chop them up and use them at another time.
Yeah, we'll just make like we could do a pickled onion, like slices. We could do like just sauteed veg with bacon.
You sure you're done with this?
Yeah. I did eat more than half. That's a lot for me. I've still got this. Look how big this piece of salmon is.
And your potato bake.
And potato bake.
Though honestly, that can be saved.
Yes. I'll probably just have the salmon with the sauce. So that's my nice crispy skinned salmon. Just gonna cook that bit a little bit before I lift it up off the side.
Yes, I have a friend who is all about texture. He can't do it if it's a bad texture. But at the same time, that friend also can't taste. Air-fried baked potatoes and trout.
Ooh.
Nice.
I don't have an air fryer.
Oh, you could steal one.
I could. They use it all the time though.
True. And theirs is more like a air deep fryer.
Yeah, air
For some
fryers are
reason?
like deep fried. That is, an air fryer was designed to replace a deep fryer and using not as much oil.
All the ones I've seen, I suppose, half the ones I've seen look more like our dehydrator
Yeah.
than a deep
So
fryer.
the original ones were like round, and they actually moved it around a little bit and added oil slowly as you went.
Just toss whole potatoes in there. Nice. I mean, if it works, right?
Nice and crispy, yeah. They do. They work wonderfully.
Personally, I'm a hash brown fan, but you know, that's just me.
That is just him. He loves his hash browns, but you can also do hash browns really nicely in a deep fryer, air fryer. Would you like your nice dark crispy bit?
Might as well get the crispy whilst it's fresh.
Yeah, it's still hot.
Crispy skin is so much better. Yeah, I agree with that.
Fuck.
Oh, there goes a chunk of your salmon.
Trying to take it out, actually. I like my salmon quite undercooked.
From what I've seen, if you're using an air fryer anyway, so it doesn't particularly matter as much. If you're using a traditional oven, you can boil your potatoes first, and then you pull them out, you let them dry. You give them like a slight toss whilst they're still slightly wet, let them dry, and you pour oil over it, toss them again, and throw them in the oven, and it all becomes super crispy. I get precise chicken. I'm gonna bring you over to the prep side. you can move
Yeah,
that way.
that's been my issue all day. Would you like katsu sauce or would you like teriyaki sauce?
How hot is the teriyaki currently? Teriyaki on half? Yeah, I'm gonna be awkward. Yeah, I tried that too. The trick is also baking soda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see baking soda causing everything to fluff up and become crispier. Is it even open? Yeah, it should do. This man lives life on the edge, a 50-50 split. I love it. See, halfway through, it's going to become both of them. Because I'll just like eat one of each side at the same time. Just to see how that flavor combo goes. But also, look at that lovely chicken slice. I'm a little behind. There we go. Nice and juicy. Squeege, squeege. Yeah, very juicy. Squeege. Whoop. Squeege,
So yeah, I
squeege.
made teriyaki sauce earlier. But teriyaki sauce, apparently. It should be warm enough. You can have slightly cool. Well, fucking hell, what did I do wrong? Yeah, let's put it there. And my potato bake. Still split the sauce.
It's just the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, a teriyaki sauce.
Alright. How much do you want?
Oh, like a quarter of it, I suppose, because I'm not going to be eating again till dinner. And I'm going to be using a lot of energy today.
Yeah. Oh, the cheese pool.
The cheese ball that they're missing.
Yeah, there you go. That's as close to a quarter as you're getting.
That's going to do fine.
Cool. I think that's our stream.
I think that is... Did you want to pull your salmon up on the plate? What do you think?
It's probably the ugliest end product I've produced.
Since we
Wow.
started streaming, yeah.
It's going to taste great.
Oh, it's going to taste incredible.
And I mean, like chocolate bambino. That was so good.
And we got hummus as well.
And we got hummus, yeah. So I did make a fair chunk.
You've been streaming for 3 hours 20.
Well, that's good for me. All right, well, we should probably run away and eat our food.
We should taste it first,
Oh, yeah.
so as they know what it tastes like.
It tastes good, is normally what I say.
We can't be here and just...
Tease them with looks and not with the...
Yeah, I was going to use a more adult word, but yes, that's probably the better option. Tease. So, teriyaki sauce. Oh. I'm going to go answer the door.
There's someone here.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you there?
I'm alright. We're just currently streaming, so your voices will be heard on stream.
Thank you. We are okay with that, but thank you for telling us. Yeah. So enjoy your day.
Okay.
We don't want to disturb you.
Have a good day.
Do you want me to leave something in the letterbox for you?
No, that should be
Later?
fine.
Okay. Enjoy your day.
Thanks. Bye.
Religious?
Yeah. That's what I'm assuming anyway. So the chicken is excellent, nice and juicy and lots of flavor.
Salmon's great. So, I should probably give you an actual cut of my salmon.
So the teriyaki sauce.
Now, please remember, I do like my salmon at a medium rare, which is what I've got it at.
Oddly, the combination works.
Okay. This look on my face is because it's crumb chicken.
Which is really nice. It's really crispy on the outside. It's pretty much perfect. Still juicy.
Pretty much perfect.
Yeah. I don't know what a perfect chicken tastes like.
That.
It's a little cold.
Yes, it is a little cold.
But besides that, perfect.
All right, so we will switch over to...
Yeah, switch over to main cam. Ugh. Hello, kitty. Switched.
Cool, so we will see you in the next one. We stream food every Saturday morning, Perth time, which is like plus 800, I think it is. And Ranks and Random, so the person who was here for the last 20 minutes, my husband, he streams Saturday afternoons and Tuesday nights, but he does gaming. So follow him on Twitch as well. I'm on Twitch and YouTube. Feel free to follow me. I also do videos about Pikachus and Pokemon, which is where the Pika Perth comes from. Just depends on what you like. And we will see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye. We will also send you over to raid someone.
Ooh, who are we raiding?
Maybe Baneth.
Baneth would work.
They're the only one that I actually know. Did you actually meet Branchy Jojo?
Baneth, go for Baneth.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, come on. Sorry, just struggling with my thing for a minute. Okay. We'll see you all in the next one. I hope you've had a good time. And enjoy Baneth. Bye.
Bye.